All right, guys, happy Wednesday. My name is Andrea Rosser, and I am so excited to get on here with you this morning, afternoon, what depends on your time zone, I guess, to help you get started with Partner Co. And so, our goal, as many of you may know, is to get you to gold and ultimate as quickly as possible. And maybe you're so new that you don't even know what that means. So, gold and ultimate is how we maximize our pay for the life of the time that you have with Partner Co. So the life of your business. So it all is maximized by achieving gold and ultimate. And what that looks like is moving 1,500 PV in volume in your first 4 Fridays. And the way that we do that here with our system of growth is through purchasing either a 30 pack of drops, that's 1,500 PV, or maybe 3 10 packs of drops, or maybe you start with a 4 pack and you grow, and through your personal volume, you grow it to 1,500 PV in those first 4 Fridays. We even have people that start with the $29.95 and then they grow it through their volume, through customer volume. So I'm going to show you today how we move those boxes in order to get all of that PV into your organization. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And bear with me here for a moment. You should see my big old face on there now, and that this is our getting started training. And before we get too deep into it, one of the best tips that I can offer is to turn on professional mode on your Facebook account. And we're going to mostly be talking about Facebook. A lot of this applies to Instagram. You can do a lot of this on TikTok and the other platforms that are out there, but this is really going to be designed for Facebook, and then you can transfer it and move it over to any of the other platforms that you are interested in moving to. But one of the things that can really help us have success here is to be consistent. And one of the best ways that we can do that is by setting up professional mode, because that allows us to schedule our posts. I'm guessing that you're busy. Most people aren't just sitting around Monday through Friday waiting to post on social media. Most of you are going to have lives and things going on, and it's very easy to forget to post, right? Easy to do, easy not to do. And so what we recommend is turn on professional mode and schedule out your weeks, or at least the entire day, in order to get it all out there. And then you don't have to worry about remembering. You can fill in your Facebook then with your personal real life and all of that good stuff. So in order to do that, you're going to go to your profile on your main page on Facebook. On your profile, you're going to see these 3 little dots over here. If you click on them, it's going to open up a menu that you should see. If you don't have it turned on already, it'll say turn on professional mode. If you click that, it's going to prompt you to clean up your profile a little bit. Nothing crazy, but maybe it's going to want you to post a new picture or add some content, connect with your fans, that kind of thing. Just follow the little tutorial with Facebook. Follow the instructions there, and then get that professional mode turned on, because then you will be able to schedule your posts, which will make your life so much easier. So that's kind of the first thing. Next, we've got some resources that I would love for you to get either downloaded onto your phone, groups to join, and some Zooms that I would love for you to participate in. So the first one we've already talked about a couple times, and that is boards. And what I would say here, if you have an iPhone, you can take a picture of this and turn all of these back into links. So you don't have to worry about, scribbling out down all the links and all of that. And if you don't have an iPhone and you need these links, again, I'll share my number at the end. Feel free to text me and we will text you over all of these links so you don't have to try to jot them down. But grab a screenshot and I'll talk to you a little bit about what these different programs are. So boards we've talked about. We've been on here for 5 minutes. I've mentioned it like 47 times already. So that probably gives you an idea of how important this program is. I'll tell you, it is what has allowed us to duplicate to the degree that we have, because it simplifies everything. We have at least 6 weeks worth of content for you to post with all of these. The before and afters are included on boards. all of the scripts that you'll use to welcome new customers and show them how to use the drops, how to follow up with them each week, how to answer their questions when they ask, what are the drops? How much are they? How do I get them? All of that. If you're shipping your boxes, it's going to walk you through how to set up Pirate Ship and be able to ship from home really simply. It's got all of these links actually are on there. There's just a ton of information. So make sure that you get boards downloaded on your phone. And let me add, yours may look a little bit different. My board, and that's the one that this has a link to, is a very generic version that is good for all of the teams. So it doesn't have anything specific for, let's just say, Andrea's team. It's kind of generic partner co. But a lot of the teams have specific information for their team. So maybe you are part of one of the different groups. Your board might look a little bit different. That's okay. We do coordinate with each other, and we do make sure that all the meat is the same for everybody. All the main pieces are on there for you all. So you will have all of the main information that you need. Now, the next thing is Telegram. And we use Telegram in two different ways. One is in our Telegram channel that's on their Partner Co communication channel. That's one-way communication. That's how we tell you about these trainings. That's how we tell you about sales. That's how we tell you about promotions, different bigger events that are going on around the nation, even the world, you're going to find on that Telegram communication channel. So I highly recommend that you join that so that we can communicate with you and let you know what's going on in the Partner Co world. The next thing that we do with that is we do have some boosting groups. What does that mean? Well, we all know the more eyeballs that get on your post, the more comments that go on your post, the more likes and all of that, the more people will actually end up seeing it. So we like to boost each other's posts. So one way that you can do that is to copy your posts into that Telegram boosting group, and you can find that link again on boards, along with a tutorial on how to copy your Facebook post and put it into Telegram so that you can boost it. Now, the next two are different Facebook groups. The first one is Circle of Health. Now, this is a product resource, and we use that to teach people about the drops, the Slenderize drops. And so it is designed for us as brand partners to be a part of it, to be encouragers in there, to answer questions. If we know the answer, all of that good stuff, so we can put that in there. But it's also for us to bring our customers into that group so they get the support, that they get their questions answered. It's an incredible resource. If I don't know the answer, I search there. There's a little search bar in the upper right-hand corner. I search, I'll go get the answer so I can share it with my customers, with my prospects, with my team, so that I don't have to be an expert. It lets Dr. Crystal and some of the others that run that group be the experts, and then we get to benefit. Now, let me add a couple of caveats about that group. There are at least 50,000, not exaggerating, 50,000 individuals in that group, and they all are either currently a prospect of somebody, or they were a prospect and now they're part of the business. So as you're adding your customers in there, and you maybe are asking a question or you're commenting on someone, please do it with love and support in mind. Sometimes we can get a little short with people. We can answer a question and be like, no, you can't have it, or different things like that. And that can be super discouraging. Think about your first week on the drops, where this was very, very new to all of us. And so make sure that you're being encouraging, you're asking your questions in a positive way, and that you're being uplifting. If there's any business talk in there, it will be deleted. There's any money, brand partner, any of that. This is a customer group. That's all it's for. So the rest will be removed. And if there's any kind of negativity, right? Complaining, things that you would not want your prospects to have access to, that's probably going to be removed as well. So if you've got a tough question, right? You're like, I've got a tough question. Maybe message your upline. You can always message me, Dr. Crystal. You can message us individually and we will answer it for you and make sure that we get that answered so that you're not dealing with any kind of struggle. But put the uplifting good stuff. Obviously, there's going to be tough questions in there as well, but we want to make sure that it's a great, powerful, supportive community. Now, the next group is Partner Co-Nation. And this is our group that is designed to love on you. Okay. We're going to share information in there. We're going to do all kinds of different things in there. But my favorite part about it, it is love. It is recognition. It's making sure that we're seeing you and the success that you are having. So when you hit gold and ultimate, we're going to celebrate you. When you reach team lead and senior team lead and all the different rank advancements, we want to celebrate you. So the number one way we can do that is to go post that in Partner Co-Nation, but you got to be in there. Nothing makes me more sad that when I go to celebrate your advancement, your success, the things that you're doing, and I go to tag you and I can't because you're not in the group. So make sure you're in there and make sure you're adding your new team members and celebrating them as much as you possibly can, because everybody loves to be loved on. So that's what Partner Co-Nation is for. Next is the Partner Co Share app. This is an app you're going to install on your phone, and I use it as a cheat sheet. So if I need to know an answer about one of our products, I go look in there. If I want a cute Zoom background, just so you guys know, this is not what my living room looks like. I'm actually in a hotel room right now. I've got my dog sitting next to me. You can't tell because it's super cute because this is a Partner Co background. So you can grab those in there. There's all kinds of training in there. And the best part about the training in the Partner Co Share app is you get lifestyle credits for it. So when you watch a training in there, it's actually going to help you go on some of our reward trips throughout the year. So just tune in, check out that training, and go learn what you can from this Share app. So that's what I use that for. Now, the next line, these are Zooms that we would love for you to plug into. These are different opportunities throughout the week to join us, get a little bit of wisdom, get a little bit of positivity. So the first one is the Coach's Corner. I run that with Coach Palmer. We come on every Monday through Friday. We have for a little over 4 years now, where we just do 15 minutes of positivity. It's mindset, it's growth. It's just a positive bit to start your day. We give away stuff. We sing a happy birthday. Today we gave away the book Atomic Habits, and we just do fun things Monday through Friday to help everybody have just a little bit of self-development, a little bit of growth, a little bit of positivity to kick off the day, because we know sometimes when we get out into the real world, it's not always that positive. So that's the Coach's Corner. It's 15 minutes, so short and sweet. We love to see all of your smiling faces on there. Next, we have the IPA Zoom. So that stands for Income Producing Activities. And I'm not a gamer. I don't play video games, but that's the best way I can describe it, is that this Zoom is the cheat code for all of Partner Co-Nation. It is the tips and tricks to allow you to maximize your success with the least amount of learning curve, because they're going to spell it out for you. So a variety of leaders do this Zoom. And the way that they run it is that if you did something today to earn income, you get on there tomorrow to share it with all of us. Okay. So we would love for you to be on there. Join us. It's actually about 45 minutes now because they share so much great information. So just tune in for that if you can. And then last, we have Wednesday Wisdom. So this is another Zoom that typically Coach Palmer runs with myself, and it's 30 minutes. Sometimes it can go a little bit long as well. But what we do is we reach into the team for people that are winning, and we bring them on there to share their wisdom. So tonight, obviously it's Wednesday, we've got Tammy Melchizedek. So she is a CEO in Partner Co. She's had a lot of success. She has about 12 maybe years experience in the industry. So she's going to be sharing the power of promotion tonight. So we're going to be talking about that. Also, we'll have Michelle McKay. She's another CEO. She's newer to Partner Co, about a year here, but she has probably about 20 years experience in the industry. So she's going to be sharing as well, along with Summer Simons, who is a rock star, has a ton of information on the nitty gritty, social media, all kinds of stuff like that. So all three of these ladies are going to be on there sharing their wisdom and what's working, so we get to learn from them. So tune in with that for that. Every single Wednesday, we have different guests on there. So those are our resources. Those are, I kind of say, the tools in our tool belt to make sure that we have in order to have success here. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to launch you socially. And we do that in order to get you to gold and ultimate. So sorry, my phone is deciding that right now is the time that it's going to blow up a little bit. So we do a social launch because this is what attracts people to you, allows them to start commenting and seeing all your different posts so you can start moving those boxes. So a lot of us started with a big stash. Maybe we started with 30 boxes of drops so that we got the absolute lowest price. But what do we want to do with them? We want to get them out of our house, right? As quickly as possible. I don't want inventory. I want cash. So we're going to do this social launch in order to move those boxes. So what does it look like? We're going to post twice a day. And then we're going to use the scripts in order to respond to the people that comment to us. We're going to add those customers to Circle of Health. And then we're going to follow up weekly with a little bit of love. Okay. And so we'll go into a little bit more detail on that. I'm trying to see what my next slide is. Okay. So we're going to stay here for just a second. So what are we posting on day one? Right? The minute that you get started, we want you to put out a personal post. I recommend a little selfie. Maybe you have a picture that somebody took of you that you feel good about sharing. Doesn't matter either way. But then using the language that's on boards that says something along the lines of, this is the year I'm getting healthier. Who wants to join me? Okay. People get creative. They do all kinds of great verbiage here. Make it sound like you, right? That's really powerful. But we want your face on that first post. Why? It makes it real, right? It makes it you. And then it allows people to say, what in the world is Rachel doing? Is Heather really doing this? She just put her picture on there. I want to see what they're doing. And people are nosy. So they're going to follow along. And then as you move into the scheduled posts that are on boards for you, you will be able to have people say, okay, I see what's going on. I want a little piece of that. So we recommend that you post 9 and 3 in your time zone. Okay. And so why do we do that? Because Facebook says that's when the majority of eyeballs are on social media. And so we want to make sure that you're getting the most people looking at it. But another way that you can do that is by doing what we call an engagement sandwich. So about 15 minutes before you start your post, you want to go wish people happy birthday. You want to go add a little bit of value. Happy anniversary, cute cat, cute kid, looks like a great breakfast, whatever it may be. But you want to go comment on people outside of Partner Co. and share a little love on their social media, because that's going to boost you when you go post. All of those people that you just loved on are more apt to see what you put out there, because we all know, and we're seeing it right now, right? We see about 25 people on our news feed every day. We don't see all of our friends on there. So this is going to allow more people to see you. So if you can't be on 15 minutes before 9 and 3, pick 2 times when you can. Okay. Now we're going to follow the scripts. It makes it simplified. It makes it easy. It makes it so anyone can do this. You don't have to be an expert on anything. As soon as we have the customer that buys a box from us, we're going to add them to Circle of Health, and we're going to tag them in Dr. Crystal's video. It says, let's get started. Why am I doing that? I want them to use the product appropriately, right? I want them to win with it. And I want them to know how to use the group and how to use the drops. So I'm going to add them there and tag them in that video. And then I'm going to follow up weekly with a little bit of love. And so we're going to talk about that in just a second. But I do want to address Anne's comment in the chat. So Anne, you can get a free board. And so I would say, I do recommend that you upgrade. You sell 2 boxes of drops, you've paid for your board for the entire year, and you can have unlimited boards with that. And that's just with 2 boxes of drops and the profit on it. But if you haven't sold them yet, you're pre-selling, you're on a tight budget, I completely understand. You will still get a free board. So what I would do is delete all the extra. Just get your one team board and just use that, and you will still be able to use it, and you will be able to share 10 times a day. So keep that in mind. You can still use the free version. And if you prefer, you could actually copy everything off of boards and put it in notes or in another program that you already have, and use it that way. So this actually started as a notes app. Just so you guys know, we had all of this in notes. Then we moved it over to boards because it makes it a little bit more simple, but you choose, but you can get a free version. Okay, so now we're going to go back to our customer flow. And this is the system that we have learned is the most effective to convert our customers into brand partners, because that's our goal. I love the money I make on a box of drops. I dance in my kitchen every single time that I do sell a box. It's exciting, it's fun, and I appreciate that. But my goal is to move that customer into my business because I know that's tomorrow's money. That's my future. That's my kids' options as we're moving throughout the year, that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to focus on right here. So customer flow. The minute I hand them a box of drops, I'll tell you, I ship all of mine, even if you live in my neighborhood. I'm not there a lot, whatever. So I ship everything. I use Pirate Ship. It makes it cheap, makes it easy, and you can find that again on boards. But the minute I see that they're going to get their box, I send them the getting started script that's on boards that invites them to Circle of Health and tells them how to use the product. So I want to make sure that they have success. And then the 1 week from then, I literally, the day that they get their box, I literally tell Siri, and I'm sure that Androids have somebody that lives in there too, their personal assistant, but I literally say, hey Siri, remind me 1 week from today at 9:15 in the morning to follow up with Susie. It's week 1 for her drops. And so I have all of my reminders come in at 9:15 in the morning. That's when I get off my first Zoom of the day, and I write down my to-do list, and then I work on my follow-ups after that. So I do that for week 1, week 2, and week 3 to make sure that nobody falls through the cracks. I don't use a label maker, Bianca. I use my regular old printer that I just have at my house, and I print and I tape it to the box. I don't even put them in a bag. I literally tape it to the box and go from there. Now, week 1, when I'm following up with them, and you'll see the script on boards, it's super generic, okay? Super generic. Why? I want them to feel comfortable complaining if they need to. Oh man, I keep forgetting to take my drops. Well, I'm going to offer a solution, right? Put an alarm in your phone 3 times a day. Don't worry about it. If it's not right the 10 minutes before your food, we're going to get in the habit of getting it in your body, and we'll move from there, right? Like, let's start with that. Oh, I've got a little bit of a headache and I don't like it. Okay, that means you're not quite getting enough water. This does cause a detox. So we need to make sure that we are hydrating, and we're going to tell them about that. If they have an issue that I don't know the answer to, guess what I do? I go search in Circle of Health and I tag them in the answer. Now, if it's personal, I copy the answer and send it to them, or send them a screenshot, right? So I'm not going to embarrass anybody, but if it's pretty generic, then I'm going to just tag them in that post and let them get that answer over in Circle of Health. So that's week 1, because I want to make sure that I'm setting them up for success with this product. Now, week 2, I'm going to celebrate. So you will notice that that script is very, very different. I am asking for a win, and you'll see the script on there. Siri's still trying to remind me to call you Susie. So when I call you next week, that's why. But I'm going to say in there something along the lines of, oh my gosh, lady, congratulations. Tell me, how's it going? What are your wins on the drops this week? How are you benefiting? And it's better in the script, but it's along those lines where I am asking for the win, so that regardless of what they're, maybe they're a little disappointed because they only lost, right? It's always only. It could be 15 pounds that first week and they say only, right? But whatever it may be, I can celebrate it. So they might say, well, gosh, I'm really excited because I'm sleeping like I've never slept before. It's incredible. I have more energy. I've only lost 6 pounds, but I'm feeling pretty good, right? So then I can do the follow-up script that says win and reorder, where I say, oh my gosh, congratulations. Doesn't it feel good to feel good? And I know that you're going to need another box of drops before too long. Are you a 1, 2, or 3? And it gives them options for their reorder. So 1, they can get another box from me. 2, they could save some money, or they can save and earn. And if they say 2 or 3, then we're going to set up an appointment to fill them in on how they can do that. Okay. And again, all these scripts are in there, so you don't have to write them down. Just know that you can find them all on boards. Now, sometimes on week 3, I don't have a win. I haven't got a win yet. Like they didn't respond, or they're whatever. Like I just didn't get there. Well, week 3, they're just going to get a very straightforward, you're almost out of drops. Are you ready for another box? They say yes. I'm going to give them the 1, 2, 3 reorder script. Okay. Now, if I make it all the way to week 4 and they lost all their weight and they're done with the drops, okay, I'm going to leave them with love. Stay in Circle of Health. We need those crazy success stories. We're so proud for you. Be in there and encourage us. Maybe they hated everything about us. Okay. I had a gal that truly hated everything about us. She wanted to be able to eat what she wanted to eat when she wanted to eat it. She didn't want to remember. She was a little bit negative, Nellie. Well, guess what? I still left her with love. Well, maybe you're going to learn that one tip that makes a difference for you. Stay in Circle of Health. We want to have you in there, and I appreciate you giving it a go. I'll tell you what, she came back. She ordered again a few months later. She's now lost, I think she's up to 12 pounds. So she's feeling great. It just took a little reset, right? Probably an attitude reset, but we always want to leave with love. And there's no script for week 4 because it's going to be so different. It's going to be different for everybody. Maybe they ghosted us, right? We never heard from them again. We followed up every week and they never responded. That's okay. We're going to leave them with a little bit of love. So that's our customer flow. I'm going to address one more question here in the chat where it says, my clients never want to take pictures or send anything. That's okay. We're not going to force them. So I'm going to reach out to them 4 times throughout that month. And if they respond and if they give me something, well, then great. And I'm going to probably, if it's good, I'm going to ask them if it's okay, if I can share it. If not, I'm just going to love on them at their level. We all have different, levels of comfort of what we share. I'm actually a pretty private person. So it took me about 14 years to start posting on social media. So I get it, right? I don't want to share a lot of this, but so it takes a little bit of getting comfortable and connecting and all of that. I wouldn't worry about it. We've got plenty of content out there that you can share. You don't need to necessarily share theirs. So that's okay. You can catch the recording of this on Brent Palmer's YouTube channel. We get them up typically by Thursday. So I try to get it up a little sooner, but a lot of times it's next day. And you can find a link to his channel. You guess, okay, on board. So that is our basic getting started session. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my share and I'm going to stop the recording.